Hello everyone. Good evening.
Good evening.
My voice is clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, fine. So let's start. If anyone have any doubt, please let me know.
Yes, I need to ask few questions.
Yes.
Uh, First thing that internet gateway, okay? So internet
Mhm.
gateway will provide network to the public subnet, right?
Actually, if you will attach internet gateway with any of the subnet, that will become public. Basically, if you want that someone can access your server from internet, right? So
Yes,
in that case, you will attach internet gateway.
right. Now for private network, we use NAT gateway for getting
Yes.
internet,
Hmm.
right?
So NAT gateway, like from your server, if you want to access, access the internet, okay,
Hmm.
it's
Yes.
like, see, 1 minute, let me share the screen and let me explain you a few things here. Okay.
Actually, I'm having one confusion that in private
Hmm.
network we can get net by network by NAT gateway also by using
Hmm.
PC endpoint also we can connect, right?
So VPC endpoint is the things like VPC endpoint. Why you are using VPC endpoint? See, here we have two things, right? First is NAT gateway and VPC endpoint. I think someone else also had the confusions yesterday, right? So
Yes.
basically, if you will see here, just assume that this is your private. Like I have given you one example for the private room, right?
Yes,
So
right.
what I said, like I said, there is two room. One is the public room and one is the private room, right? So this is my
Yes.
private room. Just assume it, right? Now, if this private room want to connect to the internet, like if it want to get anything from the internet, not only the AWS services, also if it want to install something, just assume that it wants to want to install Gate, Jenkins, anything, right? So at that time, what it need, this server need the internet connection, right? Because from the internet only it will download the package, right?
Right.
Fine. So for that we will use here the NAT gateway. So NAT gateway, what it will do, it will provide the internet connections to this private server. Okay. So basically whatever the communication will happens between the your internet and your servers, that will be through your NAT gateway. So because of this reason, it's very secure. No one will have the direct access of this server. No one will have its IP address, so that no one can hack my servers. Fine. No one can will be able to log into my server. This is one thing. Okay. So what this NAT gateway is doing? NAT gateway is providing internet connections to your private server. One more thing I said, instead of bringing the things from the market, what we will do, we'll have one here. Just assume that it's just like your
Window.
smart market, like that. Okay. So instead of going to the market and purchasing the things, what is there here, we will simply we will simply develop one Instamart type, one market here. Okay, one supermarket here. And what we have done, we have simply created here one window or one door, you can say that. So now the communication is easy. Okay, so this two communication is easy. So this is the mart. Just assume that if it have only the S3 service, so it only can connect with S3. Okay, so here the NAT gateway doesn't have the internet connections with this VPC endpoint. VPC endpoint, what it will do, it will connect your private server with any one of the specific service of AWS. Okay. Other than that, VPC endpoint is not like you cannot use VPC endpoint for any other things. Only to connect with any one specific AWS service. Like if you want to connect with your S3 buckets, right? At that time, what you will do? You will create here the one S3 VPC S3 endpoint. Fine. If you want to connect with Lambda, you will create here the VPC Lambda endpoint. It's like that. Fine. So this endpoint will get like it will connect. your VPC with a specific AWS service. So you can use now the S3 without any internet connections. Even if you will not have the NAT gateway, even if you will not have internet gateway as well, you will be able to use S3. You will be able to access S3 service of your AWS account. It's like that, okay?
Yes, but so NAT gateway provides more than one application access.
NAT gateway is providing the entire internet access.
So we can download anything from there.
Yeah, so if you have NAT gateway, then directly via, see, our AWS, we can access it uh, via internet, right? We can access
Yes,
that.
yes.
But what if you don't want internet connection? At that time, we will use this VPC endpoint. Fine, so
So
it's like that.
same thing we
Hmm.
can do via so that this private suppose
Hmm.
this private subnet I get
Hmm.
connected with that public subnet via that key and all that, and I
Hmm.
download something to that public one, and from there I can transfer it to private. Like this also can happen or not? I am asking.
See, that is the bit difficult things, right? First
Yeah.
thing you will download it on your public one, and then see, in case of packages and all, right? In case of installing the things, see, in one server you have installed Jenkins. Can you move that Jenkins to another server? Huh.
No.
If you want to install the Jenkins in another server, and if you don't have its package, at that time you can send the package, but you have to install there, right?
Right.
See, at least the package, like the file you can share, but installation you should do there. And for installation also you need the internet connection, right?
Right.
So that's not possible.
Okay.
Fine.
Got it. Yes, got it.
Any other question?
No. From
Okay. Anyone else have any doubts? Okay. So we have completed few things. Let me check. Let me show you few things here. Okay. Just a minute. We will have listed out here few things, right? Okay, just leave it. So we have completed here the VPC, and then we have completed the cloud front. Okay. Now, we will see Lambda first. Okay, and for the Lambda, we will see the specific hands-on with the S3. We will see that. Okay, and after that, we will see SNS and SQS. Okay, first we let's see SNS and SQS. Then only we will see this Lambda. So that will be good. Okay, so we will see SNS and SQS, and then we will see the Lambda. So today's class, we are going to cover these three topic: SNS and SQS and Lambda. Okay, so let's see. If you guys have any doubt, please let me know. Otherwise, I will start with these topic. Okay, fine. So let's see here. SNS and SQS are nothing but these are some notification service. Notification service, why we need it, right? So if just assume that in your AWS account, if something is happened, just you already know about the auto scaling group, right? So this auto scaling group, what it is doing, it's creating one instance, it's terminating some instance, right? Sometimes the instance creation will get fail, sometimes the termination will get fail, right? At that time, how the user will get to know that these one instance has been added or one instance has been terminated, right? How the user will get to know? So for many things, for this alert and for getting the alerts and all, okay, for getting the information, we should get the messages, right? So we should get the messages, either the text message, either the email notification, either in different formats. If you want in form of HTTP or HTTPS, you can get the message in many forms, okay? Many protocols you can use for that. But here, these are the notification service which we will use to send the notifications. So if any like if from any of the service, just like with the auto scaling group, if you want to send any notification, you must have to use any one of this service. Okay, so these are nothing but the messaging service which will help you to send the message. Okay, which will help your AWS services to send the messages to users. Fine. So here we have two services, two messaging services, right? Also, we have two type of messaging services. One is the pull based notification service. and one is push based notification service. For this, I don't have any PPT notes, but I have the handwritten notes that I will share. Okay, so there are two types of notification service. One is the pull based notification service, and one is the push based notification service. Okay, so here SQS is the pull based notification service, and your SNS, it's a push based notification service. You already have seen something this pull based, push based when you have learned Ansible, right? So now it will be easy for you to understand few things. Okay, so let's see. First, let me open the notes. If I have any, let me check it if it is there. Okay, it is not there. Handwritten notes are there. Okay. Okay. So let's discuss about the SQS first. Okay. So SQS stand for your simple queue service. Okay. So it stand for simple queue service. Just spelling is correct or not? Okay, so everyone know about the queue, right? So queue means one by one your turn will come, and then you will like basically whatever you want to do, you can do it if you are following a queue. At that time, one by one, the peoples will get their turn. So basically, here if you will see, it's a messaging queue service. Okay, so messaging queue service, what it means, we will have one queue here. So queue is nothing but it's a kind of a storage where we will store our messages. Okay. So as I said that it's a pull based notification service. So what we'll have here the, just assume that here we'll have some servers. Okay. So these servers are nothing but the receiver. So whenever we'll talk about any of this messaging and all, we have here the two things. One, we will have here the sender, and the other side we will get here the receivers. So just assume that this is receiver 1, this server is receiver 1, and this is the receiver 2. Okay, and this is receiver 3. So it's like that. So you will have a sender and you will have the receiver. And in this SQS, in this simple queue service, what we have in between this sender and receiver, we have here the queue. Okay, so in SQS we have here the queue. So this queue is nothing but it's a kind of storage where we'll have which will store the messages. Okay, so whatever message the sender will send, just assume that sender is sending the messages. This is the message 1, this is message 2, right? So all these messages are getting stored here in this queue. Okay, after this, what will happen? This receiver, as I said, that it's a pull based notification service. What this receiver will do, this receiver will go and check this queue. Okay, and whatever the message it will get from here, it will take that message and process this message here. Fine. So basically what the receiver is doing, receiver is going and checking the for the message in queue, and if it is getting any message, it will simply take the message and process the message. Process the message means it will show you the message. Okay, so this particular server will process, it will show you the message, it will send you the send the user the message. Okay, it will show the message to user. So basically that is only the processing the message. So basically here sender sending message, receiver is taking the messages from this particular storage. Okay, so here if the receiver will not check this queue, they will not get the messages. So that's why we call it as a pull based notification service. Why? Because this receiver is pulling the messages, right? Pulling the messages from this particular queue. Fine. So here we have few terms to understand here in this simple queue services. The main mechanism is this only. Sender will send it, message will get stored in queue, and the receiver will poll for the message. That the checking message we call it is a poll, right? So the receiver will poll for the message. If the message is there, it will process it. Fine. So many terms are there that we need to understand, that we need to discuss. Let's see here. Okay. So SQS is a fast, reliable, fully managed message queue service. It is a web services that gives you access to messages queues that store message waiting to be processed. So basically here this queue, what it will do here, the messages will wait here to get to be processed. Okay, so that receiver will come and check it, and then it will process it. It offers a reliable, highly scalable hosted queue for storing messages between servers. Okay, so basically it also allow the decoupling of application components. So just leave this point as of now. Here we have two types of queue. Okay, as I said that here you like here we have queue, right? So here we have two types of queue. So you can create two type of queue in SQS. One is the standard queue, one is the FIFO queue. Okay, so we will see what's the difference between this. So in a standard queue, you have unlimited throughputs. Unlimited throughputs means per second you can process n number of messages. Okay, there is no limitations on the transaction of messages. Fine, at least one delivery. It's not on, it's a one. Okay, so my mistake, it's written here. So here at least one delivery, what it means, see here, if it's a standard queue and just assume that here two three messages are there, right? So at least one delivery means this receiver will come, and just assume that this is one message. The receiver one will simply take this message and like receiver one will take this message and process it, right? So here at least one delivery means minimum this message uh, could so it should process at least one time, but it can also process multiple times. Okay, so duplicacy is possible here, means one message can be processed multiple time. Okay, so there is no limitations on that. Okay, so basically if you will see here, the same thing it's saying duplicacy is possible. Why? Because one message can be uh, processed multiple times, so the user can get multiple times one message only. Okay, next is that best efforts ordering. So it will not order in any sequence or sequence and all, right? So whatever the best efforts will be there, it will arrange in that manners only. It will arrange the messages in that order only. Okay, so it's like according to the priority of messages, it will order the messages. Fine. Next thing we have the next queue which we have, that is FIFO. FIFO means first in, first out. Okay. So first in, first out, why we say it? Because it's strictly ordering first in, first out. It means that if the sender sent it first, it will process first. Okay. So it's like that. First in, it will get processed first. It's like that. Fine. So basically here, if you will see, we have the limited throughputs. It means that we have limited transactions of messages per second. So how many? 300 transaction per seconds we can have for the messages. Okay, exactly one processing. If we have done processing of this one particular message, then again it will be not available in your queue. It will get removed from the queue. So that's why this particular message will get processed only at like only one time, so that duplicacy will be not possible here. Okay. Next thing is that it's already have discussed strict ordering first in first out, and FIFO queue are limited to 300 transaction per second, but have all the capabilities of standard queue. Okay. Now, if comes to the pricing here, 1 million requests for both the queue, it's free, but after that, and it's free for the free tier account. Okay, and this is yearly like yearly limitations. It's not like a monthly limitations and all. Okay, so 1 million request is free for you. After that, for the standard queue it will charge $40 per million request, and for the FIFO it will charge $50 per million request. I think it's increased now, I just need to check once. Okay, so this was the charge, and if you will see, standard queue is less like cheaper than your FIFO. Fine. So now we need to understand few things again, but till now, if you have any questions related to SQS, please let me know. Is it clear what is SQS is, what is Q is?
Yes, ma'am. It's clear.
Okay, fine then. Okay, so here we have two types of polling. Polling means what? The process when the receiver is going and checking this particular queue, right? So there is two type of polling. One is short polling, one is long polling. Okay, short polling, it means that the receiver is going to check this queue and it's not waiting here. Let's just assume that here in this queue you don't have any message to be processed, right? So at that time there is no message, so this receiver, what it will do, it will go back at that time only. Okay, it will not wait on the queue, it will not wait for a single seconds as well. So that is the short polling. If the wait time it will be 0, that will be the short polling. And if the wait time will be more than 0, at that time that will be the long polling. Long polling means the receiver is going, and if the message is not there in the queue, it will wait for some time there, and then it will, if the message will come, it will bring it, and if it will not come till that time, it will go back without the messages. Okay, so this is short polling and long polling. So basically, wait time equal to 0, it's short polling. Wait time equal to more than 0, that is long polling. Okay. Next, we have SQS retention period. SQS retention period, what it means, basically, if your messages are here, just assume that senders have sent some messages here, and this message not have processed till a specific time duration. Okay, so your retention period is the time duration that you only have to set it. Okay, just assume that if you have set it 2 days, okay, so till 2 days, if like no of these receivers have processed this message, at that time this message will get deleted automatically from this queue. Okay, so this message will wait there for 2 days, maximum for 2 days to get processed. If it will not, then it will delete from the queue. It will get deleted from the queue. Okay, so SQS retention period is the time. So how the SQS message can remain in the queue for up to 14 days. So you can have your SQS retention period maximum till 14 days and minimum it's 1 minute. And by default, it's like the setting is 4 days. So your message can stay for 4 days. And after that, if it will not get processed, it will get deleted. Fine. So this is your SQS retention period. Next, you have SQS visibility timeout. Okay. So what's this SQS visibility timeout is? So now, if you will see, just assume that this is the message one. Now the receiver one has came and seen this message, and now receiver one is processing this message. Okay. Now the same time receiver two is also went to and check the queue, and he also got this message, that is the message one. Okay, and he is receiver two. It's also get it started with the process. Fine. Receiver 3 also got the same, and it's also started processing that message. So now all these three receivers are processing a single message, right? So it will be the it can cause the duplicacy, as well as it can cause some they are wasting the time with that one message itself, right? So basically, because of that reason, what we have visibility timeout. Visibility timeout means here the by default visibility timeout is, I think, 15 second or 30 seconds. Let me check it. Okay. By default it's 30 seconds. Okay. So now by default, if we will keep the visibility timeout 30 seconds, at that time what the receiver one will do, when the receiver will get this message and start processing this for 30 seconds, this message will get disappear from this queue, so that if the receiver 2 and receiver 3 check out poll for the messages, they will not get this particular message. Okay, so for 30 seconds it will get disappear, but within that 30 seconds, if the receiver one failed to process that message, at that time again that particular message will get it will again be visible here in this queue. So basically, that is visibility timeout for a specific time period. This message will get invisible when in the process of when it will get processing, right? So at that time, it will be invisible from here. So this is the visibility timeout. So for the visibility timeout, if you will see here, maximum is 12 hours and by default is 30 seconds. Okay, so by default it's 30 seconds, and maximum you can have 12 hours of this. So if you know that this message will not get processed within 30 seconds, you have to increase the visibility timeout uh, timeout period. Okay, so if you will increase this timeout period, your server will get, like receiver will get more time to process your message. Fine. Next, you have delivery delay. Delivery delay means just assume that the sender was sending this message, and what he want that I am sending this message now, but this message should deliver after 1 hour. Like this should go and enter to this queue after 1 hour. So if you want to delay this delivery at that time, that is the delivery delay time. Okay. So if you will give any time, like I have given 1 hour, right? So whenever the sender will send the message will wait outside only from the queue, and it will take 1 hour to store in this queue. Fine. This is one concept. And then you have receive message wait time. Receive message wait time is nothing but the wait time for this receiver. Like whenever the receiver will poll for the messages in the queue, right? So I said here we have short polling and long polling, right? So if it will go and if it will wait. So basically that is the wait time that we call it as a receive message wait time. So this receive message wait time, it will be 0. That time receiver will go and simply go back at the same time, even if you will if even if it will not get the message. Okay. And if the receive time receive wait time, that will be more than 0, it will wait for some time, like if it will be 2 seconds, 3 seconds, right? So at that time it will wait for that time period. And if the message, it will get the message, it will process it, otherwise it will go back. It's like that. Okay. So that we call it as a receive message wait time. If the receive message wait time is 0, it's short polling. If it's more than 0, it will be long polling. So maximum the receive message wait time we can keep, that is 20 seconds. From 0 to 20 seconds you can keep anything. Okay. Now we have here the dead letter queue. This is the last components of this SQS, you can say that. So what is dead letter queue, right? So just assume that here you have receiver 1 and we have the we have visibility timeout for 30 seconds. Okay. Now, what the receiver one will do, receiver one came and just process this, tried, it started processing this message. Okay. So after 30 seconds also, it couldn't process this message. So again, it will pop up and it will be there in this queue only, right? So again, what the receiver 2 will do, when the receiver 2 will go to this queue and it will get this message, again the receiver 2 will also process this message. Okay. So now just assume that receiver 2 also unable to process that message. Again, the receiver 3 will check and then it will try to process that message. If it then receiver 3 also will not able to process this message, after the 3 attempts of processing that message, the message will get moved to dead letter queue. Okay. So what is this dead letter queue is? Dead letter queue is simply it's a queue where we'll keep our message to fix the messages. Okay. So just assume that if this message will have some error and some bugs, then only it's unable, any of the receivers is not able to process it, right? So if after 3 attempts we'll consider that this message only have some issues, not the receivers, so that time what we will do, we will send this message to dead letter queue, and from in the dead letter queue we will fix the problems, and then again we will move that to our SQS queue, like our queue. Okay. So it's like that. So this is the dead letter queue. So these are some components about your for your SQS. So we will see hands-on and we will see all of these components there while creating our SQS. Okay. So let me open this console. Let's go to the SQS. Majorly we'll use SQS only, and mostly if you want to use SQS, mostly we'll use this SQS with SNS only. Okay. So when we will learn the SNS, then it will be more clear for you. Because here you will get confused on like why we are doing it, what's the major use of this SQS, and what's the purpose of doing this. So many things are there. Okay. So we will discuss all of those things. think I have the network issue at this time only. I just get fine. So here we have the queue. You have to create queue if you want to use uh, SQS, right? So basically, I'm going to create here the queue, and the type of queue you have to select. Either you can select FIFO, either you can select the standard. So let's go with this standard one. Okay. And here give the queue name. So I'm giving my queue name as my queue. Okay. And here you need to set all these things. Visibility timeout is 30 seconds by default. You can make it, you can keep it from 0 seconds to 12 seconds. Okay. So next you have message retention period, that is 4 days. You can make it 1 minute to 14 days. Okay. Next is that delivery delay. If you want to increase it, you can increase it till 15 minutes. Fine. And maximum size of your message, that is 256. You cannot increase it because it's the maximum one, 256 KB. Fine. And receive message time, it's 0. If it will be more than 0, it will be the long polling. You know that, right? If you want to encrypt your messages, in that case you can enable this encrypting, otherwise you can disable it. Fine. So let's go, let's disable this encryption. Okay. After this, if you want to provide any access policy, who can access this queue and all, at that time you can select any of this policy. You can write some policy here in JSON. Okay. So as of now it's providing the basic policy, that is here the JSON read only policy, so anyone can read the messages from this SQS. It's like that, but the owner will have all the only the queue owner. So define who can receive the message from the queue, only the owner. Okay, so here, okay, basic policies is that only. Define who can send the message, only the owner. Okay, so this is your, like here you can, if you will change it, this also will get changed. Okay, so as of now, I only want with the owner. If you want any other account to provide this, so you have to provide here the ARN of that particular user. So that's the different things. So let's select it. And you don't need to do anything else. Dead letter queue, I don't need to enable it now because I don't need it. Okay, so let's click on create queue. Okay, fine. So here your queue has been created. If you want to see this detail, see, if you will check in queues, you will check this my queue. If you want to see details, this is the name, type of the queue is standard. Okay, encryption is disabled and the letter queue is not there. URL of this queue is this. So if anyone want to access this queue, they can directly use this URL, and then they can access it. But as of now, I said like only the owner can access it, so no one can do this. Okay, unknown operation exception is showing. Fine. So after this, if you will see, like if you want to trigger this SQS, if you want to get the message in this queue from SNS, at that time you can select the SNS here. Okay. Next thing is that if you want any lambda trigger, you can do it. Subscription reason, I should not have any subscription here. Okay. Okay. As of now, I don't have, I think. But if you want to trigger, like if you want to get the message from Lambda triggers, you will get it. Event trees, red letter queue, many things are there. Okay. So if your message will get stored in red letter queue, and if you want to move that to your queue at the time, you can add here your red letter queue as well. So as of now, I don't have any. So what we will do, we will try here by sending and receiving message in SQS itself instead of getting it from SNS Lambda. Okay, what we'll do, we'll use SNS and receive the message from here. Okay, sorry, we'll use directly SQS only. So let's see how your SQS work. Okay, so here the sending message that will be done from the different side, from the different services. Okay, but here I'm doing it here itself. So let's see, let's write some messages. So I'm writing one messages and delivery delay is 0. Just send it. Okay, so here the message is sent and ready to be received, means that that message is get stored in your queue. So now how you will get the message, how you will check the messages if it is present in queue, right? So you have to check here the receive message, and here it's saying like one message is available in this queue. But as of now, no messages are showing here, right? So what you have to do, you have to click on poll for the message. When you will poll for the messages, you will get here one message. So let's see. I got the message called hello, right? Now if you will check, just assume that I'm going to write something else and I'll send it. Send the message. Okay, so it's sent. It's again it's polling there, because of that reason I got this message. Okay, it's still pending, like polling, right? That's why I got this message. Now it's done, right? If you will receive again any, like if you will send again any messages, right? Now if you want that message here again, you need to poll for messages. So it will process it and then it will show you here. So these message I got two times, and these message I got one time only. If you will see, this is the latest content, like message which I have sent, right? So this is how your SQS will work. So basically, SQS we will use to get the message from here. Like after polling the message, we'll get the messages from here. For that, we will use it. Otherwise, the sending message that will be done via SNS, or we can also do it using the Lambda triggers. Okay, but let's see. Let's keep this queue here as it is. We will see how we can send the message via uh, via our SNS. Okay, we will see that first. Fine. So anyone have any questions here in this SQS? Okay, SQS is used in real time. So that I will let you know how it will do when we will learn with when we will see SNS. Okay, so I told you, right? So with the SNS we will see. So basically in SQS we will get the questions from here itself. Sorry, we will get the messages from here itself. So basically, if you don't want to get the notifications directly via on your email and all, right? So in that case, what you can do, you can store, if you want to store all of your messages, right? At that time, this SQS is the best thing, best service which you can use to store your messages. See, like if you will get your messages on email, it will get stored in email, right? You will get it on your email ID and all. So here, instead of doing that, what you are doing, you are storing it in this SQS, in this queue. Okay. So that is only the real example of this. So here, if any other services, what they will do, that services will send the messages and it will get stored in queue. And whenever the user want to see it, they will poll for the message and they will get the messages here and they can read the message. It's like that. Fine.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we'll see the SNS and then you will understand it properly. Okay. So if you will see here the SNS, so SNS is nothing but a simple notification service. Okay. So it's a push based notification service. Push based notification service means we should not poll for messages anywhere. Okay. So in case of SNS, we will not have here the sender and receiver. Here we will have publisher. Okay. And then here we will have SNS topic. And here we will have the receivers. Okay, and the receivers will can get the messages from using multiple protocols. Okay, like here it can get it via email, via SMS, and many things are there, via lambda, as well as via HTTP or HTTPS. Okay, so many ways are there via SQS. So there are so many protocols which we can use to send the messages, to publish the message to the receivers. Okay. So SNS is the topic. I can give you the example here, the real time examples that you already use. So you have subscribed for Paper Live. Now you have subscribed for the Paper Live learning, right? So are you guys getting the advertisement mails and all everything from the Paper Live? Now if they are doing any updates and all, you always are getting this those mails and all, right? And at the bottom it is, so it's showing that if you don't want to receive this message mail anymore, at that time you have to unsubscribe this page, right? So whenever you will subscribe for anything in paper life, you have subscribed for your DevOps course, right? So what it will do, it will send, the paper life will send you the mail related to DevOps only. It will not send the mail related to your web development or related to your data engineers like that, right? So basically you will subscribe, just assume that you have subscribed for the Netflix, you have subscribed for the Amazon Prime and all, right? So at that time what you have done, if you will not subscribe, you will not get the mail. But if you have subscribed it, you will get mail again and again, right? And once you will unsubscribe again, you will like the mail will get stopped. You will again you will not get any mails, right? So everyone know these things, right? So now, whenever the paper life is sending you the mails, they are not sending you mails one by one, right? Right. So there are so many students are there for the DevOps. Also, we have multiple students, right? So now sending the mail to one by one to each of the students, that's bit difficult, right? So what will you do that time? We'll use some services like SNS only. Okay, so what this SNS service will do, basically this service, it will simply publish the messages. Just assume that what I want to send one uh, mail to everyone that the one DevOps session is going to start and one demo session is going to schedule for this particular date. So I want to send all the subscriber of DevOps, right? So here the SNS topic will be DevOps. So for this DevOps, we'll have separate SNS topic. Okay. And just here, fine. For the DevOps, we'll have the different SNS topic. For AWS, we'll have different SNS topics so that the students who will only subscribe for AWS, they will get only the notification related to AWS. Just assume that that Paper Live also provides some like courses related to your government examination preparation like SSC and all, right? So if you will see, SSC and DevOps is totally different, right? So if we will send DevOps related mail to SSC students, they will not get like they will get confused, right? So basically, we'll never do these kind of things. So basically, what we will do, for each of the topic, we will have the different SNS topic. SNS topic means simply you can say that it's a topic and it's a one you can say that simply it's an idea which the people have, where the people have subscribed for. Now if you have subscribed for DevOps, you will get the notification related to that. If you will subscribe for Netflix, and if you have selected the language only English and Hindi, you will only get the these kind of like you will only get the mail related to that if any new movies will come, right? So you will only get for Hindi English movies. You will not get any other language movies, right? So basically, here the thing is that we'll have specific types of topics here. Okay. So whenever we'll publish the message, what we will do here, we will write here the message properly. Okay, like we will write the subjects and mail, like whatever the things, hello, hi, and then the message body and all, right? So everything we will write, and then we will publish it to a specific SNS topic. Okay, so via that we will connect via using any of the protocols like via email, via SMS, right? So what we will do, we will get the subscriber from there. Okay, so here via email, if just assume that if multiple people have subscribed for this particular topic, they will get this particular mail when I will publish the message in this SNS topic. Okay, so when we will do the hands-on, you will get it in better ways. Okay, so basically it's just like that for the Geo you are getting the SMS again and again, and you are also getting sometimes the mail and all, right, for your Geo. Why? Because you have the Geo scene. So by default you already have subscribed for Geo, right? So it's like that you have subscribed for that topic via SMS, like via giving your number or by giving your email ID, right? So like this, you have provided and you have subscribed for this topic, and then only the publisher, whenever the publisher is publishing any messages, whatever the subscriber will have for this particular topic, this that message will send to everyone. Okay, all the subscribers. So it's like that. So the SNS work like this. So here the main things we have publisher, we have SNS topic, and we have protocols. Okay, so understood what is SNS topic exactly? Simply you can say that it's like a one department. Okay, for the separation of your subscribers, right? We'll do these things. Fine. Now, let's see the hands-on and we will get to know more about this SNS. So just keep it like this only and let's open the SNS here. Okay. So if you will see here, the main thing is here, that is topic and subscription. Okay. So basically, if you want to create a topic, first you need to create a topic, then only you can create subscriptions and all. Okay. High throughput for the FIFO topic. So here also when you will create topic, it is two types of topic is there. One is the FIFO, one is the standard. Okay. So if you want to use only the protocol, that is SQS, like if you want to store your this SNS messages which will you want to send, so if you want the subscriber will only come subscribe it using this SQS only. So at that time you can use FIFO. Otherwise you can use standard one. So we are going to use email and SMS everything, right? So that's why I'm going to use this. Fine. So now you also can use here the mobile application endpoints to get the to send the notifications to your mobile. Okay, so now if you will see, let's see here my topic and just to give here the name, I'm giving here the name as my topic itself. Okay, so next if you want any optional display name, you can give it. Other than that, you don't need to do anything else. Just click on create topic. Okay, we will create the subscription later. So I not have done any changes, only given the name a standard SNS I'm creating. Okay. Now, after creating this topic, what you have to do, you have to create a subscription so that the people will get the like they will get subscribe, and after subscribe to this particular topic, they will get the email notification. So what I'm doing, I'm creating here the one subscription. So select here the topic for which you want to create the subscription, and then you have to select the protocols. So I'm going to use the email, and I'm going to use my email ID, that is RNC Nikita at the rate. Okay, so after this, what I'm doing, I'm clicking on create subscriptions. So now, if you will see, it's created the subscription, but confirmation is pending. You cannot send mail to anyone without their confirmation. You know that, right? So let's check it. Let's check my mail. Okay, so here I got one mail called AWS notification confirmation. So now here, if you want to, like, if I want to confirm, if I want to get the notification from this topic, what I will do, I will click on confirm subscription. When I will confirm these subscriptions, it will confirm it. Now we can send the like whenever this particular SNS topic, in this SNS topic, if we will publish any messages, we will get the messages. Okay, so till that time, if anyone want to add their email ID, please let me know. Anyone can send your email ID so that you can also try, you can also check whether you are getting the mails or not. Okay. Okay, fine. So I have created your subscriptions. You have to accept it. Okay. So you have to confirm it. Once you will confirm, you will get the mail. As of now, I not have published the mail. When I will publish the mail, you will get the mail. Is it confirmed yet?
I did receive an email.
Check in spam, okay?
Okay.
Sometimes the mail will goes there. Is it there?
Yeah, one sec. Wait a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, confirm it.
Confirmed, right? Okay, let me refresh it. I think. Okay, it's confirmed, right? So let me publish one messages. I can publish here any messages. Okay, you can write it anything here. Here you have to write here the subjects. So I'm writing here the subject as the demo subject, and then here you can write any of this. Your message body. You can write hi, and then you can write anything here, right? And after this you can write here the regards, like anything you can write here in mail format or any in message format you can write it. And then what you can do, if you want any attributes, you can add any tags and all. Okay, and then you can publish the message. Okay, so after publishing this message, you will get the mail. So here, whatever the subscribers is there. So I have added here the two subscriber. One is mine and one is it's Rahul's, right? So we both will get the mail. So now if you will see here, this is the message ID. Let me check it. If I got this mail, so let's check. Yes, I got one mail from AWS and the subject is demo subject and it's written this content. And it's also saying that if you don't want to like receive this notification from this topic, you can unsubscribe it. So I think in many mails you already got this link at the bottom, right? So if you don't want to get this notification anymore, then you can unsubscribe your topic. So this is how they use this is how they send the mail, like the bulk mail and bulk SMS you get, right? So those things you will get using these kind of services, mostly the SNS. Okay, so this is all about the SNS, and now we will see the Lambda, and then we will see this SNS is also required for the Lambda. We will see the hands-on one kind of project, you can say that. Okay, so we'll do that. Fine. So before that, please practice it first. I'm giving you 5 minutes break. I think that will be enough, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
So right
sorry, one more
now,
thing. One
yes.
more thing. Sorry, I just forgot to tell you that we also can subscribe it using the SQS, right? Which I have told. So right now we only have done with email, right? So the next thing we also need to do it using SQS. So let's do that. Give me a minute. Let me change my Wi-Fi. There's some power issue. Okay, give me 2 minutes. Hello. Am I audible properly? Is my voice clear?
Yes.
Okay, fine then. Okay, so as of now, we only have seen how we can add the subscription using the email, right? You also can do it using SMS. For this SMS, you can provide your phone number and you can add it, okay? So basically, you have to add the phone number here and some endpoints you have to create, okay? So that's the things you need to do. So what we are going to do here, we are going to use SQS. So mostly in AWS, will use email, otherwise we'll use SQS, okay? So, or sometimes we also can use Lambda, but in rare cases. Fine. So now let's use this SQS. So I have already, I have this queue that is my queue here. So you can add it from here. Okay. So like this, you can add it from here. But what I'm doing, I'm going to add it directly from this SQS. That also you can do. So when you have created the queue and if you want to receive the messages from any of the subscription, at that time, what you have to do, you have to add here the where it is, it's AP South one only, right? You have to, okay, one more SNS topic is there, I think. That's why it was showing me. It's not there, then why this queue is showing this? Okay. Okay. So if you want to add any SNS topic, what you have to do, click on this subscribe to Amazon SNS topic and select here your SNS topic. So my SNS topic is my topic and save it. Okay. So here I think this has been done previously. Let me delete it because this is in my account only, but it's not showing there, right? This SNS topic is not there. Fine. So if you will see here, my topic I have added it. So now this is get subscribed. Now if I will send a mail, like if I will publish any messages from here, okay. So give it here the any subjects and just give here the any messages, okay. And after that, if you will publish messages, let's see. Okay, so here you will also get these messages here in this queue. So if you will check here how you will get it from this receive, send and receive messages. So if you want to see the message in the queue, you have to poll for message. You know that, right? So let's poll for the message. I think you will get it. Okay. So this the message which I have got it. That is one time. Let's check it. So here if you will see, it's have sent you one mail kind of things, right? Message is this which I have written here in my message, right? So if you want to see here, you can get the messages here, mail here as well, right? So see, this is the mail body and this is the subject, right? So if you want to check it, you can check it here in this queue. Fine. So here, this is the subject. Fine. So this is how, if you are using SQS, you can get these messages here. If you want to send a message via SNS and you want to store messages there, at that time you can use SQS. So this is, you can say that one real time example for this. Okay. So now anyone have any questions? Any doubts?
Yeah, one question. So here
Hmm.
we are doing everything manually. Is there a way to automate these things?
Yes. Next we will learn Lambda, right?
Okay.
Here we are publishing here the messages uh, like manually using SNS, right? But our like aim is to get the mail directly from any other service, right? So that we
Yes.
will do. So we will never, like, we are not going to publish messages from here SNS directly, right? Because this is not the use of this. Fine.
Mhm.
So next we will do the one project, one kind of very small project with Lambda. There I will show you. Okay, this SNS, S3 and Lambda, we will include all these and we'll see that.
Sure.
Fine. Okay. Till that time, please practice it and then we'll start Lambda. Okay. So take 5-10 minutes. No, it will not get deleted from your FIFO SQS. No, no, it will not get deleted from the queue, but after the retention period, right? If you have given 4 days, so after 4 days, it will get deleted. Okay, now whenever I'm polling for the message, I'm getting that message again and again. If you will see in this queue, you will see I got this message 4 times. I get this message 4 times. This is 2 times I got, and this I have received 1 time. So basically, this message is available there, and this message will be available for 4 days because that retention period is 4 days. After 4 days, it will get deleted. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. And I have another doubt.
Hmm.
Like, if we have to poll messages every time, then what is the use of it? Because
Hmm.
the main use of is notification is if we forgot anything, by notification we will get reminded, right?
Hmm.
But
So
if we want
basically,
to
some
poll,
kind of to store. You can say that sometimes. What I will explain that. So sometimes we need to keep and we need to archive some kind of messages, right? We need to keep the history of messages like that. So see, via SNS you can get it on email as well, right? But if you want to store the message at the time, you can use queue as well. So in my case, what I have done, I have subscribed via email as well as via SQS, right?
yes.
So in both we are getting the messages. Now if I will not get an email, I can check the queue. So there I can have my messages, right? So it's like that.
Only for storing a purpose, we are using a
Yeah,
SQS.
mostly for this storing purpose we'll use it, okay?
Okay, okay, ma'am.
Okay, so please practice it and I'm here only if you will have any questions, please let me know. And uh please let me know once done, okay? We'll continue then.
Okay, so everyone done?
Done from my side.
Oh, fine. 1 minute.
Okay. So let's start with our another topic, that is Lambda. Okay. And I'm not deleting my SQS and XNS because we will see the hands-on with Lambda as well. Fine. So let me open the first the notes for that.
Before moving further, I
Hmm.
just want to ask one thing, Jo. So, can you just give some interview questions also, like that? What type of questions they will ask from this all topic, like AWS related? Because we
Hmm.
are having theory and
Sure.
practical. It is okay. I'm understanding
Hmm.
everything, no issue. But
Hmm.
I just want to have some interview questions because we are mainly preparing for that only.
Yes, sure, I will provide it. Okay. So,
Yes.
at the end of the sessions, we'll do not today, say like at the end of
Yes,
this
yes.
batch, right? So
Yeah, yeah, no issue.
next week we will start with our project, as well as we will discuss some of the interview questions. Okay. So, including AWS and DevOps, I have more than thousands questions. Okay. So I will share all of those questions. I will upload that in that uh, GitHub only. Okay. So you
Okay.
can get the questions from there. I
Yes.
have Excel sheet for that. I will share.
Okay, done.
Fine. So
Yes.
it's mixed of AWS and DevOps, as well as for AWS separately. For AWS also, I will provide 3 layers of questions, like tier one, tier two, tier three. It's like that. Okay. It means that like easy to easy, moderate, and then difficult questions. It's like that. Okay. So I will provide those questions. Don't worry.
Okay.
Fine. Okay. Anyone have any other questions? Okay. So let's see then. Okay. So as we already have completed the SNS SQS, and Lambda is moreover its use is kind of your EC2. Okay. So we need to discuss what are the things here in Lambda. Let's see. So first we will see the introduction of that and why we'll use Lambda, why not the other computing service. Okay. Then we will see how the Lambda will work, and then use cases of this Lambda, and then we will see the hands-on for this. Okay, so majorly if you will see, first of all, we need to understand what is Lambda. So it's a serverless compute service. So one more compute service which we already have learned, that is that is EC2, right? So EC2 was one compute service. So basically this Lambda is also one of the compute service, but it is serverless. Fine. So what the meaning of this serverless? So when you were using the EC2 instance from the starting, it means that from installing your operating systems to installing all the softwares, everything you have done, right? So it's serverless. It means that it will not. We don't need to manage the operating system in Lambda. Definitely they will have it, but we cannot see the operating system. We cannot manage operating systems. Okay, so serverless means directly you can say that it doesn't have the server, it doesn't have the operating system. Fine. So basically, it's serverless computing service, compute service. It means that it's providing you the compute service without the operating system, without the management of operating system. Fine. So it will be a bit easy as it's a platform as a service. Okay. So when we were learning the EC2, I said that that is the infrastructures as a code, so, infrastructures as a service. Why? Because that was provided you the infrastructures. There you have installed your operating system, as well as you have configured your server according to your applications, right? How What are the things you need for your application? You need to configure everything there, right? But in case of AWS Lambda, what it will do, it's providing the compute serverless compute service, means it will provide you one platform. Okay, so it will provide you one platform, and on that platform you only need to add your code files. Okay, so so your application code you need to put there, and it will that Lambda will run. Okay, like that will run the application. So basically it's providing you one platform where you can put your application to run that application. So for developing your application, for testing your application, and for deploying your application, okay, so you can use this Lambda. Basically you don't need to manage any servers. You can directly like you can only focus on your on the code. Okay, so basically this is one point. Serverless computing eliminates the need to manage server, allowing developer to focus solely on code. So now you can focus on the code and you can deploy it on Lambda. You don't need to manage any servers. Okay, AWS Lambda is an event driven auto scaling compute service. It automatically scale up or down based on the number of incoming events. So we will discuss it, what is event driven models and all. Okay, we will discuss that later. But one more thing, one more plus point is here of using AWS Lambda is that, see, in case of EC2 instance, to auto scale, what we have done, we have created auto scaling group. We have set it some set of conditions. We have simply implemented some set of condition. We have written some policy there, right? But in case of Lambda, we are not going to do that. Automatically your lambda will get scale up and scale down according to the number of events. Okay, like as of now, just assume that whatever the number of requests is coming, right? If it's more, automatically lambda will increase its capacity. If it's less, automatically lambda will decrease its capacity. We don't need to do any extra configuration for the lambda for this. Fine. So it's a part of AWS serverless platform, which include other service like API gateway, DynamoDB, and more. So basically, it's part of platform which where we can use like which include other services like API gateway, DynamoDB. These are all also one kind of platform only it's providing, right? So basically, Lambda it's providing you a platform where you can deploy your application and you can run your application there without managing any server, without managing any operating system, without doing any configurations. Fine. So now let's see why we will use AWS Lambda. We can use EC2 and we can configure our servers according to our need, right? So first thing is that cost effective. Okay, so just assume that you have one EC2 instance and there you have deployed our application. Now you are not using your application, but then also if your instance is running, it will charge for the instance, right? Even if your instance is in a stop state, it will charge for the storage, right? But in case of Lambda, it's not going to charge for the Lambda until like it will only charge for the time period when it's going to only the for the time period when the application will run. Okay, just assume that if your application is running only for 5 minutes, then it will only charge you for 5 minutes. Okay, so now you have created Lambda and you have deployed an application there. But if your application is not running, it will not charge. After 1 year, if your application will run, at that time also it will charge only for that 5 minutes if it will run only for 5 minutes. So you can create Lambda, you can keep it as it is. It will not charge you for like anything for that. Fine. So only for the time period your application will run, it will only charge for that time period, only for that duration. Fine. Next is scalable. As I said that it will automatically scale up and scale down. It can handle a large number of concurrent requests. Fine. Fully managed. We don't need to do anything. Server provisioning, patching, maintenance, everything has been done by the AWS. Okay. Next we have multiple runtimes. See, as it's providing you one platform, right? So for our application, that platform should be suitable, right? Like see, if I want to deploy any Java application, I should have Java platform, right? Then only my Java application will run. So basically it will provide multiple runtime, means multiple environments it will provide. Okay, so multiple runtime it will provide like Node.js. You can deploy your Node.js code like Node.js application. You can deploy Python application. You can deploy Java application, and more many more like runtimes we have here. We will see that when doing while doing the hands-on. Fine. So this is the like benefits of using your Lambda. Okay, and if you will see this common use cases, so basically AWS Lambda is used for task, like if you want to do the data processing, automation, as well as for the backend deployment, like if you want to deploy your APIs and all, right? So at the time, mostly we'll use Lambda. Okay, so for API deployment, we'll never use AC2 and all. We'll always use Lambda. I think you already heard about the peoples if they want to deploy their backends, always will use Lambda. Fine. So all of these are the common use cases of this Lambda. Next, how AWS Lambda works. Fine. So as I said that it works on event driven model. Okay, it operates on an event driven model. Event driven models, what it means, right? So basically, there should be one event to trigger your Lambda. Okay, to trigger your Lambda directly, you cannot run your application on Lambda. So if you have deployed your application on Lambda, there should be one trigger. So when the trigger will happens, then only your application will run. Okay, and whatever you have mentioned in that particular code, it will do that task. Okay, just like if you will in this Lambda, you have deployed your API, right? So that API will call your database. It's like that, right? So here you have your front end. Okay, so basically what this, whenever anyone will hit this front end will hit this API. Okay, so when this front end will directly hit this, trigger this Lambda will run. It means that this API will get function, this will run, and this API action is to get the data from database. So this will get the data from database and this will give it to front end. Okay, so after that, what it will do, it will like just assume that it only have run only for the 5 minutes, right? Or it will not run for 1 minute as well. Okay, so just assume that it only run for 1 minute, so we only need to pay for this 1 minute. Okay, so event driven means, let me give you one example that we are going to do in hands-on, and we'll do the project here. Okay, so what I want that if anyone will just, this is my S3 bucket. Okay, so what I want, if anyone will upload any objects here in S3 bucket, I want to get the details about this S3 bucket object or via mail. Okay, so directly we cannot use SNS with this. Okay, so what we will do here, we will simply deploy one Lambda. Okay, we'll create one Lambda, and here we'll write a code which will send the like which will have a proper mail syntax and all, right, which will create a mail like that. Okay, so after this, what we will do, we will connect it with SNS. Okay, so now what's the trigger for this particular Lambda? This S3 bucket. So this S3 will be the trigger for this Lambda. Okay, so whenever anyone will upload the object here, this Lambda will get trigger and this application will get run. And then what it will do, it will simply get connected. I have written in this particular like I have defined in this Lambda that this particular whenever the application will run here, you have to send the mail via SNS. This is the destination, so we'll always call it as a trigger. This we will call it as a Lambda trigger. Okay, and this is your Lambda function where we have the code. Okay, and this is your destination. Okay, so in destination, what we are using here SNS. So this code is to create a mail and send it. So it will publish the mail. So okay, so this Lambda function, what I have written here, this will publish mail. Okay, so when it will publish the mail, so via SNS it will goes to all the subscribers. Okay, so basically this Lambda, it's a event driven. Whenever any events will happens here, it will trigger Lambda, and then this code, like the application will run, and whatever task I have specified, that will be done, and that will send them notifications and all via this SNS. So mostly for this destination, we'll use SNS or some RDS or something, the databases and all. Okay, so I know it's a bit confusing here as of now. Just understand this trigger point only. Okay, so if you will deploy your application here, always there should be one trigger that will trigger the Lambda, because it will only run for few minutes. Okay, after just like the API, that will only run for few minutes, few seconds, right? So after that, that will get stopped. So in such case, you will use Lambda function. If you have that kind of application, you will use Lambda function. Fine. So what happens to this? Okay. So what you have, AWS operates on an event-driven models. There you have event source, that we call it as a event source trigger Lambda function. Okay. So basically we have one event Lambda triggers that will trigger your Lambda function, and most cases will use API gateway, S3 and DynamoDB. Fine. And Lambda function, where we will which will consist your code, which will where we will deploy our source code, that is your Lambda function. Okay, so these things we have Lambda trigger and Lambda function, and then we have some use cases. Okay, so use cases we already have discussed. Mostly we'll use for the data processing, transform, filter, analyze the data. Okay, if we want to like real-time image resizing and all, right? If you want to upload any like file upload, and if you want to do the processing for that, right? So in that case, we will use this Lambda function. So basically, as of now, in this project, what we are going to do, I'm going to set my Lambda function so that whenever I will upload any of the object here in my S3 bucket, that will trigger your Lambda function, and this Lambda function will send the mail via SNS to my all the subscribers. Okay, so I already have the SNS topic. Let's check for the buckets first. Okay, so let's search for the S3, because we need S3, right, for the trigger. So I had deleted it, I think. Let me check if I have any buckets. Okay, no buckets are there, so let's create it. The same name I'm giving, okay, so I just don't want to take any risk with this name. So let's click on create. It's created. Now this is the bucket which I already have created. Now what we will do, and SNS is also already created. So let's go to the Lambda, and we'll create here the Lambda function. So as we are not the developer, so I also don't have much idea about the developments and all, right? So I'm not going to I'm not going to deploy write any codes here. Okay. So what we'll do, in real time also, whenever I use Lambda, right? So basically this Lambda will create using the image from ECR. So we will ask the developers to create the image of their application and deploy it to ECR. ECR is nothing but the Elastic Container Registry, where you will get the image. Okay, so using that image, you can create like image, just like the using AMI, we create EC2 instance, right? So basically, in real time, how we work with Lambda, will ask developers to create image of their application. Otherwise, what we'll do, we'll create the Lambda function and we'll provide it to them only. They will only upload their they will only deploy their application. Okay, so that's the things we'll do in real time, and mostly I'm doing the same in my projects. Okay, so now let's go to this dashboard. I don't have any Lambda functions, so let's create the Lambda function. Click on create Lambda function. You can create it from the scratch. As I said, that the developers will provide you the image, and using that image, when you will create a Lambda function, there you will get the there you will get all the code files in this Lambda. Okay, so you can select here the container image, and you can select here any of this image from your ECR, Elastic Container Registry. Okay, so here as of now, I'm going to create it from scratch. In this case, you only have to write the codes, but I'm going with the default codes for this Lambda function. Okay, so let's write it. Let's give the name Lambda function, and here you can select any of the runtime. It support .NET, Java 21, Python, Ruby. Okay, Amazon Linux is also there. If you want anything else from here, you can select it. So these are the runtime which your Lambda support. Okay, so select it, architecture you can select from here and click on the create function. You don't need to do anything extra here. Next, we need to set the trigger, we need to set the destinations, those things we will do after creating this function. So now I have created the function. Now I not have added any code here, right? So if you will see here, it's having one code here because I have selected the Node.js, right? So it's having that same code here. It's in JSON, I think. It's in JSON. So which runtime I have selected, I don't know. Okay, so just leave it. So basically, it's here you can have your multiple code files and all. If you want to add any files, you can add it, and you can add here your code and all, right? So you will write the code here. You will write all the codes here. Okay. So I think many people's here, if anyone is from the development background, and if you know how to write the basically if you know how to write the codes for backends and all, right? So you can use those codes here for the APIs and all. Okay, so you can deploy here the codes, and I'm going with the sample code hello from Lambda. Okay, just leave it for now. So basically what you need here, the main thing that you need here, that is trigger. So click on add trigger, and here you need to add the triggers. So in this trigger sections you can use anything. Okay, there are so many options. You for this API is interactive web, you have Alexa, API gateway, application load balancer, okay, VPC lattice and all. So you have many things. So I'm going to use here the S3 as I already have told you. So here you have to select the bucket which will trigger your Lambda function. So I have selected the this bucket, and when you want to trigger the Lambda function, right? So here it's saying all object create events. So if you will select all object create events, so whenever the object will get create, it will trigger it. Okay. So if you want all object delete events, if you what you want, like if anyone will delete any object, that time also I want to get the notification via this like I want to trigger this Lambda, right? So at that time you also can select it. Fine. After this, here you can give any prefix and all. If you want any specific objects, if you want to trigger this Lambda while deleting any or while uploading any specific prefix or suffix image object name, right? So at the time you can do it. So both input and output is not recommended, and that I for both, okay, can cause recursive invocation, increase Lambda uses, and increase the cost. Okay, I have selected both, right? So at that time it's saying like it will increase the cost because in both cases it's triggering the Lambda, right? So that's why it's giving this message. Fine. So it's done. I have added the triggers. Next, I'm going to add the destination. What should it do? Okay. So basically what I want on success, if anyone is successfully uploading the object, if anyone is successfully deleting the object, at that time I want the email notification. Here you can select SNS, SQS, or if you have any event bridge, you can select it. We'll see that later. Okay, Lambda is there. If you have any other Lambda which you want to trigger it, at that time you can do it. Other than that, I'm selecting here SNS, select my topic and save it. Okay. So now it's done here. The trigger is also configured and the destination is also configured. You can add multiple triggers, multiple destinations. Okay. So as well as here, you can see the configuration for your Lambda. If you want to see here the VPC, in which VPC it has created. So as of now, I not have given any VPC configurations. Okay. So if you want to like add this particular Lambda, connect this particular Lambda with any specific VPC, you can select here the VPC. So I have only the default VPC, right? You can select it and you can select the subnets and then you can save it here. As of now, I don't have any. So if you will go to the tags, here you will get the tags. As of now, I don't have. If you want to add any, you can add it. Here you will get the function URL. Okay, so as of now, I don't have any. If you want to use this function URL somewhere, so you can create it from here. AWS IAM function URL, that is HTTP and HTTPS one. So I also haven't used this function URL. Public, unless you will implement your own authorization. If you want to trigger this function publicly, right? If anyone can trigger it from outside. If you want that, then you can create the function URL. Fine. So this is the general configuration. You can check it. So now here the Lambda function has been created. What I'm going to do, I'm going to upload one object here. So let's upload one object. Anything, I'm going to upload this particular object. Let's see. So when I will do uploaded this object, if I will check this notification, I should get one more mail here. See, I got one mail. What it's saying, see, I not have written the proper code there for my Lambda. That's why it is giving you the mail like this. Okay. So if you will see here, ARN is this paper life object here. It's giving n and 2 was there, right? So it's simply showing this, and size is this much. Okay. So it's simply why it has triggered the Lambda. It's also it will also show event name is object created put. Okay. So it is showing like this. If you will upload any other object again, let's upload any other objects. Mm, let's select any image. Okay. So I'm uploading this image. Let's see. Again, if you will see, you will get another mail. I got this mail. Okay, this is the new. Okay, here it's 2 is there, right? So if you will see, it's have key that is image.png, which it has uploaded, right? So all the details you are getting here, if you will see, this is the code from the Lambda. Hello from Lambda. That is the sample code was there, right? So basically, this is how we can use Lambda. Fine. So basically, if you Lambda will use for multiple purpose, but mostly will use to deploy our APIs here. Okay. Other than that, the use cases are many are there. Okay. If you want to start and stop any specific services in Lambda, at that time also you have to write the code, and then you have to like trigger the Lambda, then it will start any service and stop any service. It's like that. Okay. So basically, many things are there that many use cases are there for Lambda. Okay. So anyone have any questions now? Anyone have any questions? Okay, no questions, right? Okay. So, now you guys have understood about the SNS. So this is how will directly this any and other service like Lambda and all, it will trigger the SNS just like that. For the SNS, if you will create CloudWatch alarm, or sometimes if you will you are using your auto scaling group, right? So at that time also it was given you the options to create notification, right? So at that time also you can use it. Let me show you here. EC2. I will delete all resource after some time. Okay. So when you will create auto scaling group, right? So let me show you. You have to select, okay, template is there. I will not create it. Okay. Let's see. So after this, when you will do the next, After this load balancer, group size is there. Huh. Here, if you want to add the notification here, directly you have to select the SNS topic and event type. While launching, while terminating, while fail to launch, while fail to terminate, you can send the notification. So now if you will click on this next, and then you will, if you will create your auto scaling group, right? So at that time, whenever it will launch any instance, whenever it will terminate any instance, it will like it will give you the email notification, or like notifications how you want, like via that SNS topic. Okay, if you want to get it in on your SMS and all that, you will get it from there. So there are also so many use cases for your SNS as well. Fine. Okay, so now let's delete the things one by one, because we have done many things, right? So let me first empty this. Sorry. Okay, and then we need to delete SQS and SNS, right? See, SQS also, if you will leave like this only, it will not charge. It will only charge for your message transaction, okay? And as I said that 1000, sorry, 1 million message transaction is free. So if you will not delete it, that's not the problem, but just delete it, because if you will keep, why we don't need this, right? So that's why just delete it. And SNS will also not charge if you will keep it like this only, because for this also it's 1 million like messages notification is free, I think. Okay, so basically if you will not delete it, it will not charge you. But let's delete then. I think Rahul also got you also got all the mails, right?
Yes, ma'am. I got it.
Okay.
And also, could you please share your written notes on
Yes, I
GitHub?
am uploading it now. Okay,
Okay, please.
1 minute. I think just a minute. Which projects sorry, all the notes I have shared, the previous notes and all. Let me check if
Till
I haven't
S3
shared
only.
anything.
After S3, you didn't share anything.
Okay, after S3, what are the things that's left? Please let me know the topic, okay? Because I also get confused sometimes. Auto scaling, I already have uploaded, right? SNS, VPC, I have uploaded.
No,
No,
ma'am.
right?
VPC.
VPC, and then, okay, let me add it first. And then I think SQS, SNS, VPC, these nodes, S3 is there, right? And this auto scaling and all these I already have uploaded, right? See, CloudFront notes, as I said, that I don't have, and the notes, you will not get much things there. That whatever the things was there, that is the understanding things, okay? So you can check the notes, and if I will get the time, sure, I will send that notes, okay? Other than that, all the topics are there.
And Lambda,
SQSSNS,
area.
VPC, okay, Lambda, where it is. Hmm. Anything else? Just see this topic if I left anything. IM, VPC, Route 53, this ALB, ASG I have uploaded. Handwritten notes I have already uploaded. These three. Okay, it's done. Okay. So all the notes are there. Let me know if anything is missing, okay? Because all are not in sequence. Okay. And don't worry about this interview questions and all. Surely I will share with you, okay? And I think more 4 or 5 classes is left, right? So mostly we left with some database topic, okay, and few topics are there related to your AWS DevOps that we will see the definition about that, okay, so that like you will get to know is at least the definition and what is that resource, what is that service, okay. So we will discuss many for many services we will discuss only the definitions things, because we cannot do hands-on for that, just like e-case and all, right? Because you will try, if you will try in your free tier accounts it will get suspend, like it will as of now if you will check, everyone know how to check the bills and all, I already have told you, right? So I think it's more than 1,000, 3 or 4 thousands, I think, for me. $47.77 month to date. Last month is $32.39. Grand total is this. Okay, for this month only it's $40. And see, all for the e-case. But I have deleted it. It's not for this month, I think. Let me check if I left anything. Okay, it's not there. So check your bills and web of your bill. Okay. If you have any student ID, you can web of your bill. Do you know how to web of your bill?
No, it's
No.
only the student account, I guess, right?
Okay. So let's see then. Okay. So I think 1 or 2 times only you can web off your bill. And the excuse which you have to give, that is you are the student and you don't know how to use the resources and all, and by mistake it has created some bill like that, you can say, okay. So basically for this you have to go to the support manager, I think, so Amazon support or something. I also haven't done from last few years, so okay. So here you have to raise a request for the support centers. And for this, you have to see accounts or account management. I think here you will get this web of bill option. Mm, like if for free tier, the articles are there. This is okay. Let me check it. This is the new console. I think I haven't checked it from last 2 years, 1, 2 years. Okay, so let me check it. I need to check it how to web off again because this is looking new for me. Fine. I will
Yeah.
let you know tomorrow. Okay. So anyone have any questions? So here we completed with our SNS, SQS and Lambda. Okay. Next, tomorrow we can see that database RDS. Okay, so you can vote and then you can leave the session.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, bye. Have a good evening.
Yeah, you as well.
Thank you. Mohsin, do you have any questions?
No, Nikita. Yeah, I'm
Okay, okay.
lifting right now.
Okay, fine, no problem.
I have not filled the survey. Yes, I'm filling the survey.
Okay, okay. Okay, fine. You can take your time.
The session is going on with the theory session. Yeah. So
Sorry?
yeah, the session is the theory session. All the things. Yes. So the assignment will be there in these sessions. For that, very helpful for that one means like
Assignments, right?
yeah, assignments means we
Yeah,
need to
yeah,
work
sure,
on
I
that.
will. Sure, we'll give the assignments and mostly I will ask them to schedule one session for the hands-on, like the test related to hands-on, okay?
Okay, so
Like
whatever
practical
you are
session.
covering, that one that is hands-on only. Yes, means assignments perspective.
See, whatever I'm covering both, right? Like theory as well as the hands-on. So we are
Yeah.
not, we don't have any separate session for practical. Okay, for the lab session. Because if
Okay.
we will do that, right? So students will get confused sometimes if we'll do the lab session separately, right? So here
Okay.
my way of teaching is that okay, first I will teach theory. Like first I will explain the topic, then I will show the hands-on for that specific topic.
No, so
So
just I'm
at
telling
the
you for that
Mhm.
infrastructure level means whatever the infrastructure level we are working with these companies like the AWS means
Mhm.
that's the thing only means like how they are working with the infrastructure level, enterprise level.
Okay, at the end I will explain my project. Okay, like what I'm exactly working on, right? So I will explain you that as well.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
thanks.
at the end of this batch, after doing the project. Okay,
Okay, okay. Yeah, thank you.
okay.
Yeah, just I'm lifting you up. Thanks.
Sorry.
I'm leaving the meeting right now. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah, sure.